This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the Locked On Reds postcast, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. My name is Tim Daniel. I am a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan, and I've been podcasting about this team for 5 years at publications such as Late Night Reds and The Riverfront. And I want to thank you all for spending some time with me this Sunday as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds once again avoiding a sweep with a 6-1 victory over the Arizona Diamondbacks. If you are just checking me out for the first time, though, welcome. We are so glad you are here. Please be sure to follow along with us here on YouTube by hitting that subscription button so you can not only get my show after each and every single Reds game, but you can get Jeff Carr and Stephen Offenbaker on Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. This episode is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. Enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for two to any golf tournament in the U.S. Visit the number 5, HEWin.com. Full rules and entry, no purchase necessary, excludes the Masters tournament, and ends October 31st, 2025. On tonight's show, they aren't dead yet, and I felt like they lost this game. We might have been talking about a funeral. We're going to discuss that. Brady Singer hums along today with another excellent outing, and I do have to make sure I talk about, do the Reds have a TJ Friedl problem? We're going to have to get discuss that too as well. All that and a whole lot more. We're going to do more positive than negative, of course. And of course, I'm going to hear from you, our everydayers. And like I said in the lineup episode today to talk about it, to quote my good friend Darkwing Duck, let's get dangerous.
This is what you'll be talking about.
If the Reds had lost today, not only would it have been the first time all season they had been swept, but I think there would have been real concern that they wouldn't be able to come back from that. Yes, there still would have been 31 games left. Yes, there's still been possibilities they could have made a run. But I felt like emotionally, this was a game that had they not been able to put it together and pull this one off, we might have been talking about planning for 2026. And let's look at this game. So obviously they fall down early. In the first inning, Arizona gets a run. There's 3 errors really early in the game. They can't get any offense going there for a while. And it's looking bad, right? It's looking bad. It's looking like another game where the pitcher's excellent and the offense can't get anything going. And then the 6th inning, it all flips. Noelvi Marte has the his second Little League home run of the year with the ball that bounces, and he manages to get the 3rd on the triple, and then the ball gets away from him, and he goes and scores. That was so awesome, by the way. Just super awesome. Love Noelvi Marte. And then, of course, we know what happens to 5th inning. The 5th inning is just bonkers by the Reds. So Austin Hayes gets his 3rd hit of the game, give him the 2-run lead. Spencer Steer homers to bring in Hayes and then a pinch running Will Benson. And then TJ Friedl gets his 1st hit of the day as well to bring in Matt McClain, who also got a hit in that inning to make it 6-1. And from there, they roll. And so it was just one of those games where it felt like having that run at the right time was great. And of course, I mean, another game where the bullpen's really good today. Graham Ashcraft's really good. Tony Santillan's a little shaky, but I'm not saying that he was bad by any means. Got helped out with that double play, obviously, which was nice. And then Emilio Pagan comes in and takes care of business at the end of the game. Reds pitchers today combined for 12 strikeouts. Reds hitters combined for 11 hits. You have 11 hits and 12 strikeouts, you got a pretty good chance of winning baseball games. And the Reds did that today. And down the line, I mean, so Noelvi Marte has 2 hits today. Elliott hits a hit today. Austin Hayes has 3 hits today. Gavin Lux gets a hit. Spencer Steer has 2 hits. Brian Hayes has 2 walks. Matt McClain gets a hit. Pretty darn good day all the way down the way. Miguel Andujar walks as a pinch hitter, and then Jose Trevino gets the walk as well. It was really a nice day for this team. It was a day they really needed. And it was a day that they kind of faced their own demons, right? The errors, we've talked about that a lot this year with the up and down defense, how it can get in the way of them. And they found a way to get there and just get past it. Not finding that clutch hitting, that was something where that was really frightening. And they still weren't great today. I mean, 3 for 10 with runners in score position, left 6 on base, but got enough done. Obviously, the Steer home run helps. But let's be real. We kind of all were really nervous when TJ Fiedler grounds that double play in the 7th, weren't we? Bases loaded, 1 out. They bring in a lefty specialist to face him, and he grounds to a double play on the first pitch. That was a little nerve-wracking, and they found a way. And I think that's the one really good things you can say about this team this year is when things look really bleak and things look really bad, they find a way to put something together. And so I think that's the thing that's really nice. And so hopefully this is what goes a long way and kind of gets them going in. Yeah, I mean, Dave talks about it right here. McBanks, McBunted, and got the job done. That was like a beautiful bunch, by the way. Laura always talks to me about what's going on the Reds Reddit. It's always fun to see those people losing their mind or being happy, whichever. So it was a really nice day. Laura says, I turned on the game as Marte scores. You can all thank me whenever it's convenient for you. So thank you, Laura, for being the good luck charm today on a much needed win. So huge day for the Reds. Obviously a great win all around. There's this trend I've noticed a little bit the past couple of days. They've been doing double steals. Here's my general question. Why haven't they been doing that more? It's kind of fun, right? It's fun as a fan, but it's a nice strategy too. So I don't, things happen, doesn't always go their way, but that was one where it was pretty cool to see. It was Hayes and Hayes as well. So this is pretty nice, but big day for the Reds to get a win. Nice job for the offense. And Brady Singer today brought it. He hummed along and he was excellent today. And the Reds needed every bit of what he gave them. So we're going to talk about that more right after this. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. This grape, ginger, and lime flavored shot brings you the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making great memories with friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Whether you're out on the course or just need a little extra push to power through your day, 5-Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without ever leaving the green. As you know, the Cincinnati Reds have been on a West Coast road trip, and I am not a good sleeper, so I have needed a lot of help to stay awake with this 5-Hour Energy shot. It's given me everything I need to power through these games and come here and do the postcast with you guys on the win or lose. Golf is all about good times with good people and good flavors. The grape ginger lime flavor of 5-Hour Energy Transfusion gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without leaving the golf course or chasing down the bev cart. Now you can amp up for fun even more. Just buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee that trip up. Visit 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31st, 2025. August 25th is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before week 1 even kicks off, this is your moment. As we know, I can't go away from Joe Burrow, NFL MVP this year. I feel like he's got it in the bag. If this defense can just make 5 stops and hold people to 30 points, I feel like the Bengals got it. Also, that makes me think this is going to be a big Bengals year because everyone's doubting them. And I feel like the AFC North is in the pocket, along with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the NFC South. And I really like the Dallas Cowboys for the NFC East this year. So maybe you can parlay those division winner dark horses together. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your future bets now because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. Want to give a shout out to our everydayers here on the postcast as we discuss a big time Cincinnati Reds win today. And it's nice to see that people like Ron come in the house after they were at the game today and get to enjoy the win and then come here and hang out with us and celebrate some more. So it's definitely really cool when we have those experiences. I think it was someone earlier in the week was in LA for the Angel series. That's an everydayer as well. I'm sorry if I forgot who it was, but always awesome to see that. Please be sure you all to spend some time with us here on YouTube, not only with my show after each and every Reds game, but Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. And then don't forget to check out Locked On MLB. They watch every single game, so you don't have to. Let's get to the turning point in today's game.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Spencer Steer's home run has to be the turning point today because it just felt like it just changed everything for this team. That's what it was. Will is that Monday and Tuesday for the Angels. So Will saw 2 wins in LA as well. So it's been really nice to see this, have the kind of you guys come out and come hang out here That's really neat that your first thought when the game's over, when you're at the game, is the postcast. Like, that's really cool to me, and I really appreciate that. So thanks for spending some time with me there. I definitely appreciate it. And Will also put a message in here a second ago that I want to go further on, talking about today's game, where he mentions Brady Singer has gone 6+ innings in 5 of his last 6 starts. This is true. Brady Singer has also got a 1.95 ERA in the month of August. Brady Singer has had just one game in the month of August where he didn't go 6, and is up to a 27 2/3 innings on 6 earned runs, 9 walks, 31 strikeouts, a 200 opponent batting average, and a 1.5 whip. Oh, and he was awesome again today. So he's had an up and down year, right? I mean, he leads the team in wins. If you care about that stat, I do not personally. But what I do think about him is that he's finding a way to bring it, and he's finding a way to kind of be really important for this team when they need a guy to get innings. And they have days like this series where Zach Littell struggles on Friday, and yesterday they just were getting hit and Andrew Abbott has to leave the game early. To have just a kind of a day where you can give the bullpen a little bit of a breather is so reassuring, especially for you go play a really good Dodgers team. So to have Singer kind of go out there and keep having outings like this is absolutely great. And for him to kind of go out there today, give you another quality start, to get nine strikeouts, it was huge. I feel like William kind of says it here. I do feel like he kind of comes through when they need him the most. Like, it seems like his stinker games are kind of where it's like, they probably could afford to have lost that game, but you would like to see him get the win. But like that Pirates game he had where he was really bad, or that Astros game he was really bad and they still find a way to win, even though he gives up like 8 or 9 runs. It's just kind of nice that they have this guy here. And it's a great trade. I mean, it's been a really good trade all year for this team. So it's one of these things Nick Krall got right, and these like string of moves he's made since the offseason where I guess you can't say they all have been bad. Austin Hayes has probably been the worst, and I wouldn't say he's been bad this year. He's just had moments where I have been excited about him. Been a good run for Nick Krall, so got to give him credit there. And obviously bringing in Hayes and Andujar has been really good as well. And I think Littell's going to end up being really good for this team. This is going to be, it's a nice run. It's a huge day today. And like it's been mentioned a couple times in the chat, obviously the fact that the Mets lost today to the Braves helps a lot as well, because it gets the Reds back to being a game and a half behind for that third wild card spot, where it looked like it could have been bad there for a bit, for about 6 innings. It looked like we could have been looking at 3.5 out. So thankfully we aren't, and kudos to Brady Singer. But let's get to our locked on player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I want to give it to Brady Singer because he was incredible, but I feel like I give it to pitchers a lot. I'm going to have to give it to Noelvi Marte. Noelvi Marte was awesome today. And like Austin Hayes certainly has a case as well. But I feel like it was Noelvi Marte's day. The huge triple, being the Little League home run, gets the RBI as well. He's been awesome. And yeah, I mean, Spencer Steer obviously has a great case as well. Dylan, you're absolutely right there. It's one of those days where it took everybody, right? It took everybody in the Reds to kind of put this one to come through. So, you could have given me 3 or 4 guys that could be that, but I feel like Marte was kind of the biggest part because Marte kind of got them going when they really needed it. I don't want to spend too long on this because I don't like to end the show in negative tone. I do want to kind of spin back to the positive, of course, but I think the Reds probably need to talk about TJ Friedl. And it's a conversation that I don't like because I love TJ Friedl. But of late, he has not been very good. And it's really concerning because he's supposed to be the guy who starts things for this team. He's supposed to be the fire starter. He hasn't been starting many fires now for a while. And I love him. I mean, I certainly appreciate everything he does. I appreciate how hard he plays. And I think most of the time you can count on him to be a really big leadoff hitter for your team. He's good at drawing walks. He's good at working counts. But of late, we're looking at a guy who's hitting 172 in his last 7, 169 in his last 15. The on-base percentage is not much better. 242 on base last 7, 271 last 15. Now, and obviously we know he's not going to go out there and smoke homers by any means. But I do think that it's fair to have a conversation at this point about, could they make a decision to have someone else be the leadoff hitter? And I don't know who that is. I've seen people discuss Ellie De La Cruz as a possibility there. And I know a lot of people wanted to throw that small sample size in his rookie year where he was leading off and he wasn't very good, but that's not that's not goal one for me. I'd be open to a situation where maybe you do talk about Noelvi Marte being the leadoff hitter, though, that could certainly help. If he's going to hit bombs to start the game like Ricky Henderson, he's certainly not Ricky Henderson. That's not what I'm saying at all. That would obviously be really nice to see. But I think you got to talk about your options, and maybe Johnny's right. Maybe this is what he needed. Maybe me just coming in here and talking bad about him is going to be what he needs. Dave says it here. What about Gavin Lux? I could see that, especially against righties. I think he'd be a decent guy to hit there as well. I don't think the Reds are short on options there. Here's one. What about Sal Stewart? I don't know, right? Maybe that's a thought. Pierre says, what about Ellie? Ellie's definitely what I consider for it, especially while he doesn't have his pop going, just kind of get things going, bring some energy to the top of the lineup. Sure. Yeah, I don't hate it. I'm not saying that they need to not have TJ Friedl there, but I do think the conversation needs to be had about, is there a better option for the team at the moment? Because they need as many wins as they can get. Yeah, Jason, Sal Stewart anywhere in the lineup. I agree. I completely agree. But yeah, I mean, let's see, where are they? They're in Nashville, AAA is, so AAA Louisville is. Oh no, they're going home. They're home this week. So, you can get from CVG to LAX pretty quickly, right? But overall, great day for the Reds. Nice win. The Redlegs have 6 runs on 11 hits and 3 errors and somehow overcome it. The Diamondbacks have 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error. Your winning pitcher today is Graham Ashcraft, who is 8-5 now. Your losing pitcher is Kyle Backus. He is now 0-3. And now the Redlegs end the road trip on the West Coast. For now, I know they got one more West Coast in them this year, where they go to Chavez Ravine to play the LA Dodgers. And Hunter Green. You know what, Jason? You're right. I always forget Louisville has a airport. I should be smarter about that. I really should. But Hunter Green takes the hill tomorrow in LA. And we know he likes to pitch in LA, so hopefully that means good things are continuing. He's 5-3 with a 2.63 ERA, and just looked pretty good since he came back. So like to see that. He'll be going against old Emmett Sheehan of the Dodgers. He is 4-2 with a 4.17 ERA. First pitch is at 10:10 Eastern. So bring your 5-hour energies tomorrow, guys, because we probably won't be going on until about 1 a.m. But thank you all so much for spending some time with me. I am very, very appreciative. I'm Tim Daniel. Everyone have a great rest of your Sunday. I'll see you very late tomorrow night. Go Redlegs. Talk to you all soon.